Welcome to the Strong Life Coach Strong Spirituality segment. And today we are starting this brand new series called The Divine Mind Memory Map. And this series is centered on faith. So if you've been with me from the beginning, we've been going through the principles of life, and as a coach, I strive to help people not just with their job, not just with money, not just to increase clientele, but to help them have a holistic approach to growing. So what I get a chance to do is I help them to think through their finances, their romance, their emotional mental wellness, their social relationships, their health and their fitness, their immediate family and extended family, their career, profession, and business, their spirituality, their impact on the community, their physical comfort, their recreation and relaxation, their effectiveness in time management, and last but not least, their virtues and their values. And so this series is centered on the spirituality component of wholeness, and again, it's the Divine Mind Memory Map. And what I'm gonna do in this series is help you to grab hold of the divine mind. And my faith is centered in the scriptures, in the Bible, and I'm going to share with you a few principles of how I approach memorizing content in the scriptures. So this first, we're going to launch this off from the book of Proverbs. Again, I have no notes. I'm not using any kind of teleprompter. I'm sharing with you what I've used to memorize concepts from the Bible. So you can pick a book of one of the 66 books of the Bible. Today we're looking at the book of Proverbs. We're only going through chapters 1 through 10. And what I'm going to do is share a few memory principles of how you can impress these principles on your mind. So let's get started, and I'll share memory principles as we go along. Let me encourage you, I don't even focus on verses as opposed to just looking at the chapters. And the reason for that is when you're focusing on memory, you want to make it simple and work your way to the complex. And I don't even focus on an entire sentence or a couple of sentences associated with the verse. I focus on one word at a time, and then I add on to it. All right, let's get started. Proverbs chapter 1. The word that I associate from that entire chapter is just one word I look at, and it's the word add. So I've seared these two words together, the number one and the word add. And a memory principle to consider is that you take something that's familiar to you, like a number, and consider all the numbers you've memorized. You've memorized maybe your social security number, you've memorized your address, phone number, you've memorized a variety of data throughout your life. And you've memorized it so deeply that you couldn't even forget it even if you wanted to. And you couldn't forget that 3 comes after 2, for example. Now, all right, so the association I'm gonna give you for add, associated with chapter 1 is when you think about going to a wedding. You receive that wedding invitation, and often you'll get a what? You'll get a +1. So that 1 in the book of Proverbs is associated with add, or a +1. So to further explain that, it's add to learning. In other words, to approach growth in learning, insight, knowledge, understanding, to add to learning. Okay, all right. So you have one word for number 2. I'm going to give you 2 words. It's look and search. Now, in this chapter, it's about looking and searching for wisdom, for knowledge, and to approach it with the same passion that people approach the pursuit of money. That same passion. So you take so with the association. So you have the words I gave you. You have look and search, and I'm going to give you an association. So when you're looking, you're using your eyes. You have 2 eyes, and those 2 eyes are going to be associated with the 2 in Proverbs. So you're looking and searching for wisdom and knowledge, and you have 2 eyes looking, so it's associated with chapter 2. Now chapter 3. The word associated in chapter 3 is the word own. So trust in the Lord was one of the phrases in the chapter, and it says, lean not on your own understanding. Lean not on your own understanding. The principle there is the word own is 3 letters, and we're also in the 3rd chapter in the book of Proverbs. So you have this association of own in 3 letters. All right, chapter 4. We have the word. You have a couple of areas you can look at here. So you have the word flow. So this is above all else, guard your heart. Because everything you do flows from it. So the word flow has 4 letters, and also we're in the 4th chapter of Proverbs. All right, chapter 5. The word is drunk. And again, the word drunk has 5 letters. So you see what I'm doing? I'm just making an association between something in that chapter, which is there's the word drunk. And then you have chapter 5, which there's 5 letters in the word drunk, and you're also in the 5th chapter. So I'm just making that association. And then to further explain that one, it's to be intoxicated with your wife's love. To be drunk on her love in one of the iterations. So you're just making that association. And what I do is I pick 10 chapters. So I'm going 1 through 10. All I'm doing is strengthening those. I might spend a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks just on those 10, pairing a word with that number so I can build in this association. All right, number 6. We have the word 6 starts with the letter S. And then in the chapter, you have the word scorch, and you also have the word scoop. And what you see from chapters 5, 6, and 7, it's the warnings about the seductive woman, or the warnings against infidelity. So you have the word 6 for the 6th chapter of Proverbs. Then you have the word scorch and scoop, because can a man scoop hot coals into his lap without his clothes being burned, and can he walk on hot coals without his feet being scorched? So you have a couple of words. So you have 6 starts with the letter S, you have scoop, and you have scorch. Right, chapter 7. We're going to get another group of S's here. So you have S, you have seductive, and then you have smooth, you have speech. So these 3 are what you're going to associate with chapter 7. So 7, of course, starts with the letter S, and you have 7, seductive, smooth, speech. You have 4 S's to memorize, and then you have the benefit of the proximity. Chapter 6 and chapter 7, they're close to one another, and they both have these 6's around them. All right, chapter 8, we have the words wisdom and the word rubies. Now, I'm going to give you another principle of association. You take the word wisdom, convert it real quick to Spanish. I'll put it on the screen so you can see. In Spanish, the word wisdom is sabiduría. And this is what I call a crossword principle, or a Scrabble principle. So you have the word sabiduría, and there's an R in that letter. And then so the crossword principle, or the Scrabble principle, is you go, all right, that R, you have rubies going down. And I'll spell it out for the screen so you can see it clearly and put that image in your brain. So sabiduría in rubies, and the idea is wisdom is worth more than rubies. All right, number 9, and it's going to be the word rebuke. And what you're going to get here is I'm also going to do that the principle of translating it to Spanish. You have nueve, you have the letter V in nueve, and then the words I'm going to give you are love and hate. So I'm gonna say love versus love v hate, and the image I'm gonna put up on the screen. Now, when you see that, here's why. It's rebuke a wise man, he will love you. Rebuke a mocker, he'll hate you. And so it just breaks down the idea as the way that you respond to correction or rebuke signifies who you actually are, or how you are. If you're a mocker or if you're actually wise. All right, number 10. The 2 words I'm going to give you are the words diligent and lazy. So look at the number 10. I'm going to put it up on the screen. So if you just took the number 0 in the number 10, we'll connect that arrow to lazy. So if you're lazy, you'll have 0 results, 0 impact. You won't make a big difference. Now at 10, we're going to put an arrow on both of the numbers toward diligence. So you have diligent and lazy associated with the chapter 10. All right, my friends. So I just gave you a few principles to use as you strive to sear the scriptures on your mind and on your heart. So tune in tomorrow for us to dig into chapters 11 through 20 in the book of Proverbs. And you just, again, take your time, spend a few days, maybe you can spend a few weeks on the first 10 in the book of Proverbs as you just begin to make these associations. And now, mind you, you might go to the book of Proverbs and pick your own words that you want to use, your own verse, and make your own associations. I'm giving you some of mine that helped me to memorize one idea from every single chapter of the Bible. Of the 1,189 chapters, this is one idea. I'm giving you some memory principles to help you to memorize more and more content. I do that every day, so my personal devotion time is spent with memory every single day. All right, my friends, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know some of the memory tricks you use to build content into your memory, to have it on your heart. And we'll see you tomorrow on tomorrow's video. Thank you very much.